From the hallowed grounds of Fenway Park, the show has an AL East matchup. It's the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And today's starting pitcher, Sonny Gray. Singy, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boog, this is a guy that struck out over 200 batters just a year ago. So he's definitely one of those guys that's got ridiculous swing and miss stuff. Hitters have to make a decision early, and that causes them to many times guess wrong and end up missing the baseball. But when you got a guy that's taking the mound that has the ability to send guys walking back to the dugout, it can be pretty fun to watch, and hopefully that's what we'll see in this one.
Trent Grisham leading things off and takes a strike. Check swing, but he went too far. No balls, 2 strikes. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Gray, more than 100 career wins on the mound. A former first-round pick back in 2011. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Got him. One away.
Batting second, right fielder Aaron Judge.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Finished the weekend series going 2 for 5 on Sunday. Judge with another scorching run of play lately.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
The next pitch misses. 2 balls and a strike. Just underway here at Fenway.
You know, Boog, Judge is one of those guys that leaves his mark on everything he does. Yes, he's great at baseball, but he's also known for working with charities and in his community. He's a special human, no doubt about that. Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Giancarlo Stanton in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Strike 2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. And that's a fair ball. Judge around second. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay throw. There's the tag, then get him. And that's the inning. Back here in Boston. And starting for the Yankees, the right-hander, Cam Schlittler. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, he was a tough luck loser last time out, dominating his opponent. Soft contact. They were able to score a couple of runs. But outside of that, everything was sharp. You hope that he gets a better result this time out. Reward the guy for his hard work.
Leading off, Jarren Duran.
Number 60, Jarren Duran.
No, that's out.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
That's off the inside corner. Ball 3.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
That's in for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
And a payoff pitch. Hard hit left side. Whips it to first.
He's out of there.
One gone, bottom half of the
Batting
first.
second.
And next for the Red Sox, Romy Gonzalez. There's a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front. That one in the dirt. Ball one. Got him swinging.
Batting third. Right fielder.
So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. Two down, nobody on. That one way inside. Comes up empty. That's strike two. Up the middle, base hit, and that gives Wilson Contreras a chance to hit with two out.
Well, as hot hitting continues, he's been getting great results lately. He kind of muscled that one out there, didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop it into center field.
Contreras jumps out of the way of the first pitch. Abreu leads off first with two down to the inning. Swings and misses. 1-2.
Good fastball going early until they show they can make some good contact. You keep on throwing the pitch.
Had him out front for strike three. Back here at Fenway Park, on now to the top half of inning number 2. So the New York Yankees have had a rough go so far this season. Singy, they got to be scratching their heads in that clubhouse.
Actually, Boog, I think the way they respond in the clubhouse is going to be critical. If you're able to laugh it off, trust your talent, and work hard, it should work out in the end. But there's no doubt they put themselves deep underwater in the standings, and they've got a lot of ground to make up. Big few weeks coming.
Swings through that one for strike two. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Batting sixth.
Goldie steps into the box.
That's a ball.
There's a strike. And a swing and a miss. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Batting seventh. Left fielder.
Two outs, base is empty. Bellinger up to hit, trying to bounce back after going 0 for 5 on Sunday.
No, that's down. Ball.
Second inning here, no score.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Out to center. Rafaela on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Bottom of the second. Still stepping in for Boston. Marcelo Meyer.
Third baseman, Marcelo
Meyer went deep in his most recent game. Liner caught it second. One pitch and one out. Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. Into center and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Now here is Roman Anthony. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
Here is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Just missed.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in. Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute.
Oh, that got him. So bases all loaded up. Ceddanne Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. Golden opportunity right here. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Late with the swing there.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there. All loaded up. Jarren Duran, the next to hit. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Boom. That's cheddar, baby.
Fouls away the first offering. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And a sweeper misses for a ball. The Bo Sox with a chance to score first here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Back here in Boston, top half of the 3rd inning. Ryan McMahon stepping in now for the Yankees. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. That clips the corner.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract. Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Right side, hard hit. Wong takes it to the bag. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
Shortstop
Anthony Volpe getting ready to hit.
This guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
On the ground.
That's a foul ball.
And that's just foul.
Ball.
Top of the third, no score. And that one hammered. And it's over the monster and off the billboard. His second of the year. The Yankees score first. It's 1-0.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. And that's
That
off
missed. That's a
the
ball.
inside edge. And that's ball one. Next offering is fouled back. This one smoked on its way out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add a run. It's 2-0. One down. Here comes Aaron Judge. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boo. Light tower power?
that's right. That pitch clips the outside corner. That's strike one.
Nope.
Here's something
ball.
to watch, Singy. He's got the best OPS on the team. He can hurt you. 2 runs across in the inning. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Way out front for strike 2.
No, that missed.
Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. One challenge remaining for them now. Two on the way. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. And it's even
No,
up.
ball.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Doubled in his first AB. Ball one
Nope,
there.
ball.
Yeah, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
On the ground, right side. To second, there's kind of Falefa. Third out. Bottom of the inning. So stepping in for Boston, Romy Gonzalez.
Second baseman, Romy Gonzalez.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out. Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up.
Abreu.
Did he go?
Abreu checks his swing, appeal to third. Yes, he did. That's a swing.
Ball.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99. Now 1-2. Got him. 2 down.
Up next for the
Here
Red
comes
Sox,
Wilson Contreras.
first baseman,
He's 0 for 1.
Wilson Contreras.
Two down, nobody on. And Wilson down on strikes. Back here at Fenway, on to the 4th. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. The 0-2. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Yeehaw!
Goldie, multi-time All-Star, over 1,000 runs batted in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Bellinger batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Fouled off. He was late. Man at first, one away.
No, that's low. Ball.
Got him. Swing for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. Here's Ryan McMahon now. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. Fly ball down the line. And it's a foul ball, but it had the distance. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. And a swing and a miss there. Goldie, the runner at first with 2 gone. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
That's in. Ball.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So stepping in for Boston, Marcelo Meyer.
Marcelo Meyer.
You know, these Red Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Stepping in, Connor Wong.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Now the 0-1. In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Breaking ball misses down and away. On the ground to third. Over to Jazz. There's one. To first. Double play. Nicely done. Bases empty after the double play. Roman Anthony up next for the Red Sox. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
Ball, that's high.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. In the dirt, 3 and 2 down. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Back in Boston, we go to the top of the 5th. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees.
Hey!
In the air, right field. And there's one down. Back to the top of the Yankee order. Now here's Trent Grisham.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
And first offering is fouled off. Grisham, first round pick of the Brewers in 2015.
Ball inside.
And now the count 1 and 2 after the swing and the miss. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
That's a ball.
On the ground to
Foul
the
ball.
left. And it goes just foul. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. The Judge takes a strike. Hard on the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So stepping in for Boston, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. Now at the plate, Ceddanne Rafaela. His first hit. That was a strikeout. And that is out of play. Chris, he's currently the team leader in stolen bases. 0-1 down. That one is absolutely belted. And a foul ball. Kiner-Falefa on at first. Nobody out. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8. Jarren Duran digs in now. Fastball, and he gets out of the way. Swings through that one for strike one. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Liner snagged it first. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. All set for the top of the sixth. Now up as the Yankees DH, Giancarlo Stanton. So the Red Sox bring on a new pitcher, Cutter Crawford.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
There's the strike. He scored more runs than anyone else in his team so far this year, Chris. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
Ball.
Got him looking. One away.
Up next for the Yankees, second baseman.
So up next, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball, that's in. No, that missed. That's a ball.
Just
That's
missed.
a ball. That's down.
Payoff pitch. And that one misses outside. It's ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Wells into box again. Takes a strike. And this one squirts away from the catcher. To second. Chisholm into scoring position on the wild pitch. And there goes the double play possibility. Man at second.
Executed that pitch very nicely. Just missed with it.
Inside, almost got him. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. Runner at second, 2 down, and we're the top half of the sixth.
Ball.
Right through there for a strike.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Got him swinging for the K. That K is his third of the game. Back here at Fenway, so stepping in for Boston, Romy Gonzalez.
Second baseman, Romy Gonzalez.
And that's fouled off.
You know, these Red Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Way inside. On the ground to third. Throws to first in time. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth. Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
The 1-1.
Ball.
A little out front there as he swings through it. And the next pitch is way outside. And he walked him.
No, that's ball.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
One out man at first. And up to hit is Wilson Contreras.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
The 0-2. And that one almost hit him.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
And there's 2 down.
Now pitching for the Yankees.
On the mound now, Camilo Doval. He's been someone, at least in the early going, that they've leaned on. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do. Here's Cody Bellinger.
Leading off for the Yankees, left fielder Cody Bellinger.
That's a ball. Outside.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side.
Ball. Another,
and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate.
Ryan McMahon.
And first offering is fouled off. Ground ball, left side, and foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Oh, 0-2 now.
outside, ball.
Fights it off. He'll see another. On the ground right side. Contreras steps on the bag. He didn't make things easy for him there, but they still get the out. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe.
Ball, that's outside.
Right through there for a strike. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity.
And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. Back inside Fenway Park. So stepping in for Boston, Connor Wong. Now, Red Sox fans are frustrated, no question. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And the 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
In the air to left center. And makes the grab. And there's one down. Roman Anthony up next for the Red Sox.
Left fielder, Roman Anthony.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And it's 0-1.
No, that's inside.
The Red Sox down by a pair here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. 2 down. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate.
Shortstop Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Doval, 28 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Battling here as he fouls it away. Two down, nobody on.
Ball outside.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Up the middle. Tosses to first. That takes care of Kiner-Falefa. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Trent Grisham. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Nice grab. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Here's Judge now. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Hey, ha! Ball.
And now he's falling behind Judge. Out to short. Connor Falefa fires over to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. 2 down, base is empty. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And it's fouled away. Late with the swing there.
So tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it at play.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Nope, ball.
Swings and misses. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Fernando Cruz.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations. Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
This one in the air right field, and it falls. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there. And now let's see if they...
Runner on the go. Pitch is low. Safe at second, and that was not close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. To the right side, Chisholm in plenty of time to first. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Romy Gonzalez. Alex Cora turning to the bench for a new hitter. Tristan Casas.
And he would be the tying run, Boots, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle. Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners if they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Swing and a miss. Now 2-1.
This is one of those situations where the pitcher may not really want to deal with the guy in the box, and you got to be aware of that. Take your walk. I couldn't do it, but I think he can.
The tying run at the plate. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. Corner infielder is guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And that one fouled off. Tying run at the plate. And ball 1.
Outside.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Andrew Monasterio comes on defensively now as he takes over as the new second baseman. Jazz Chisholm Jr. getting ready to hit. Oh, 2 now.
Nope, ball.
He's
No,
just
ball.
missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
That
That's the
one
ball.
missed.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 3-2. Stays alive. Payoff pitch. Ripped to short. Connor Falefa throws to first in time. And they get the leadoff man in the 9th. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Out number 2. Here is Goldschmidt. 1 for 3.
First baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Peacock.
And there's a ball. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two down, nobody on.
Ball out.
Good job to fight that one off. Here's a 1-2. And delivers
Ball
outside. That's to third. Meyer handles, throws to first, and they get Goldschmidt for the out. And that's the 3rd out. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, David Bednar.
Well, guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Contreras, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. And there's a foul ball. Bednar, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, and occasionally works in a splitter.
Ball.
Struck him out swinging. A huge out to start the bottom of the 9th. So digging in, Marcelo Meyer. There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying to the warning track, makes the catch. Last out for the Red Sox in this one. Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. Two-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. They're down to their final strike. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and that's the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't